Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today, Virgo, for a meditative session. It's interesting, you and Leo both got a divine feminine, Miao Shan, the princess of mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. I feel like this is about forgiveness. You know, when I get this card, it's always someone needs to forgive someone else. What's interesting is, like, I don't know if this person's gonna ever come back, right? I don't know if this is you that needs to forgive someone or they need to forgive you, but that's the energy right now. It's forgiveness. So I'm just wondering who is it that needs to forgive someone else? Maybe it's both of you need to forgive one another. Maybe it's like a mutual thing where both of you still hold something within that, you know, you want to let go, but it just hurts, you know? So, you know, I feel like you have forgiven this person, but maybe it's them who, like, they haven't forgiven you. I'm not sure who needs to be the one forgiving, but that's what I'm getting, Virgo, for your meditative session. It's like maybe someone is ready to finally forgive someone else because they finally have gone through a transformation, right? Because we have the butterflies in the back, and the butterflies signal a big transformation in life. So that's what maybe this is about. It's like someone has had a transformation, maybe some sort of awakening. That's been coming up a lot this week, like ascension and awakenings. And it's like after, you know, this dark night of the soul, after this awakening, I see things differently now. And I feel like now someone is finally ready to forgive. So if you've forgiven someone a long time ago, then this isn't you. This is the person attached to you. But yeah, Virgo, that's what I'm getting. So let's pull some cards. So Virgo, I feel like this masculine energy is the one that has finally gained some clarity. We have the Sage and we have the Crone, both coming up upright at the opposite ends of the reed, right? And this is a pair, right? This is a true pair. And I feel like it's interesting that you guys are coming out in this energy because I think that it's significant of the time. I think that to be a Sage, again, you have to be experienced. I don't know if you guys know about the Crone and the Sage, but they're the oldest, I want to say, like, pair. And I feel like the oldest pair is the sun and the moon, technically, but I feel like they're the second oldest pair, right? Where they, you know, they've been through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They've been through a lot of life experience, and they might be young, but they've been through a lot, right? So you guys might not necessarily be older, but you know a lot, like you've had a lot of life experience. And it's not only that you've had a lot of life experience, it's like you've learned from that experience, right? You learned what you were supposed to learn, because a lot of people can go through a lot of things in life and not really take what they were supposed to get from that experience. And, you know, we go through these things to teach us sometimes lessons and to, you know, build us up and to make us better, basically, right? And a lot of people don't do that. But I see here with the Seven of Wands that, like, the Sage did do that work, right? The Sage did do that work 100%. And they're not sitting in conflict anymore. They're not mentally conflicted at this time. So this masculine energy is very, very, very clear, right? They're very, very clear, and it's because they did the work. They have done the work. So if you're wondering about this masculine energy that you're connected to, Virgo, this is someone who is not confused at this time. And because we have something about forgiveness here, I'm feeling like this is someone you know already, because again, like, to forgive, right? You have to have done something wrong, I feel, or you have to have, you know, like, you have had to have some contact with this person in the past. Again, this might be just someone who is clearing things out of their life and getting to this level where they're very clear, they've done a lot of work on themselves, and this is a new person. For everyone, it's going to be different, but for some reason, I'm just getting this is like these are people who know one another. And what's interesting about this is, like, you guys are coming up as a true pair. You guys have been through a lot of experiences, and this person in the past, I feel like they were, I don't know if this is both of you guys in the past, but I think it's this masculine in the past. They were singing King of Cup in reverse, King of Wands in reverse, King of Air in reverse. So they were confused. They had no idea where they were supposed to be headed. And at the same time, they were like not connected to their heart. Do you know what I'm saying? So they were in a really bad energy in the past. And I feel like maybe they were very mentally conflicted in the past. Again, a lot of like past energy here that they've worked through. And they're coming up as the King of Cups, the Sage. You know, so I feel like this person has done the work. This masculine has done the work. And it's been a journey to get to this point. But I don't know if it's like they have to forgive you, you have to forgive them, or you both have forgiven one another already. And that's the energy coming in. It's like you both have already forgiven one another. And I feel like this has a lot to do with the ego, right? The ego is in reverse. So I feel like when it comes to why things didn't work out in this relationship, when it comes to why it didn't happen, right? With the Two of Cups in reverse, it's like, you know, we tried, but it just didn't work out. And I feel like there was a lot of blame possibly on both sides of why this didn't happen, right? And maybe it was both of you guys who were just sitting in all these, you know, you're not seeing clearly, you're not using your intuition. What do you want? What you really want in life is like, you're not really clear, you're not really sure. You're going towards like wrong things. I want to say like bad things. And at the same time, you're a little bit manipulative. You're a little bit sneaky. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, maybe it was both of you, maybe it was just this masculine, but that energy has been cleared. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the ego, right? Like, because the ego, I feel like it conformed into so many other things, but now it's not like that anymore, right? Like, it was like, oh, it's just all this person's fault. Oh, they did this, and this, and it's like a lot of blame, and oh, it had like no accountability on, you know, your own part. And now I think someone is able to take accountability as to why this didn't work, right? It's like, you know, I'm not gonna blame myself all for it. I'm not gonna blame them for it. It didn't work out. We were like, you know, we were young. It sounds like kind of like we were young. When we were young, it didn't work out. This wanted to turn upright. So I feel like there's another opportunity for this Two of Cups, right? But now it's only because the two of you are sitting in the right energy, right? You two are sitting in the right energy. And I feel like with the crone, right? What's going on with the feminine energy, the crone? I feel like this crone, maybe she at one point sat in confusion about this relationship, but I feel like she has come to understand with the Two of Pentacles in reverse that it was wish fulfillment. It was like the best thing that ever happened to them, right? Like, even though it didn't work out, and even though I feel like they wanted to do the same thing that the masculine did, which was like, you know, just pretend like it never happened or put the blame on someone else, it was like, no. Again, taking accountability, and they're not confused anymore about what this relationship was. Like, yes, it was fulfillment. It was beautiful. It was good, right? Like, let's not, what's the word? It's like, let's just be real about what this relationship was. It was everything, right? It was fulfillment it was fulfillment for me, right? It did make me feel complete. It did make me feel like I had everything that I wanted, you know. And I think also this feminine energy has stepped into the divine feminine energy, right? Which is someone who wants to just receive at this point. Someone who, the moon can speak of the subconscious, the feminine aspect, right? It could also speak about secrets, but maybe they know, like, it's not a secret. Everyone knows that this was wish fulfillment for this feminine. Maybe she didn't keep it a secret. Like, there's a lot of ways that this moon could go. But what I really feel like it is like, this person's not confused anymore about what this relationship was. They're not like lying to themselves, you know what I mean? And I think that that's important. And at the same time, I feel like, again, they're stepping into like that feminine energy, right? And the feminine energy is someone who receives. It's someone who's loyal. It's someone who loves. It's a beautiful energy for this feminine. And I feel like they're not afraid anymore, right? Like, maybe at one point they were so damaged that it was like, I can't give to anyone right now. I don't even want to receive, right? Because like I'm still healing, and I feel like they've done the healing. And I feel like they're ready to kind of start again, right? So both of these people are sitting in very, very good energy. They both have done the work. For some reason, I feel like the masculine maybe, it's like they're just coming out of this work, right? Because they have the 7 of Wands, right? But what I'm getting with this is like, even though there might have been heartbreak, both people took the lesson that they needed to learn from this relationship. Again, like you see the guides are there trying to help them. They're reading a book. We have the skull, which signifies like a death and a rebirth. So again, these two people have done the work. Maybe Virgo, this is a new person for you that you're going to meet. Maybe they're going to meet a new person. Maybe both of you are finally moving on to a higher level of commitment with someone else, right? But what I like about this 3 of Swords is that in this deck, it's not so much about the heartbreak. It's more about what did we learn from the heartbreak, right? And I feel like that gives resolution to these two people. Again, it's like they both learned a lesson. Maybe this is not a relationship, you know, from the past. Maybe these are 2 different people who haven't met, but both are in the same energy. Both have had heartbreak in their life and both have learned from it. So that's what makes these 2 people, I feel like, the Emperor, the Empress, right? That's what makes these 2 people very, very secure and very, very stable and ready for like a new opportunity in their lives. So again, there's no more work that's needed in the sense of like also elevating yourself and learning, right? I feel like you guys are done with this stage in life, which is learning, right? And I think that's what they're trying to say. It's like you guys have made it to the level where you needed to be, right? And maybe in the past you weren't in the right energy, and that's why this kind of fell apart. But now you guys are both in good energy and you can stop putting in work and trying, you know, I feel like the spiritual quest is over, right? Like the journey is over in a sense. There's like a new phase in life coming, right? And that's what I'm feeling with the resolution card with the World. And I like the fact that I feel like the next cycle is not going to be as much work as this one because you guys are sitting in healthy energy, right? So it's very interesting how this ends because I see like we have an equal energy. We have 2 people that have learned the lesson. The next cycle is not going to be a lot of work because the 2 have been, you know, they've learned. So now what is this ending? I feel like someone with the 5 of Cups, someone here is like thinking, right? The 5 of Cups is someone who's sad, but here I feel like someone's thinking and getting illuminated, right? So I wonder who it is because again, I feel like both people have kind of mastered this old cycle. So now it's like, who is the one that is here? And maybe it's both of you, right? It could be both of you or it could be one person, but I have the King of Swords here, so it could be the masculine. But what I see now is that the 2 of you are setting off in full energy, right? Which is really beautiful. And we have the Knight of Cups out here too. So again, it could be the masculine energy that is sitting here like contemplating something, because there is someone contemplating, right? There is someone who's receiving some sort of information. You see the light is hitting into the darkness. And again, I don't feel like this person is in the dark. I feel like this person, again, is in good energy, this masculine. The feminine is too. So I feel like it could be the masculine who maybe wants to communicate, who maybe, I don't know, I have the Knight and the King here. So maybe the cycle is not over between the 2 of you. It just seems like there is 2 people who have mastered this old cycle, and now someone is sitting here at the end contemplating what to do next. And I think that they're getting advice from spirit. You see how the fish look like they're talking to her? And it's like with the Knight of Cups is someone who goes and like gives his heart away, right? And they're in full energy. So someone is in the right energy to like start a new love, start something new. And with Justice and the King of Swords, there could be giving this person some sort of, like they're communicating to this person, right? On an intuitive level, this person might feel something. There's something here about the sword. The sword could be communication, or the sword could be, I feel like, intuition, right? So yeah, this person is getting some clarity on a situation. Maybe they're asking for like advice on what to do next. Maybe they're like wondering what is next in their life and they're getting clear on that. But it's interesting that the Justice card is here with the 11, right? Because I feel, let me just look more into the Justice. So I feel like with this Justice card, I think someone might set out. someone might set out. With the Eight of Cups and the Three of Wands, it looks like someone might be leaving, right? Like there's two kind of cards of traveling and going somewhere. And it's interesting because we have the moon out here, right? So they might be traveling towards the feminine. I feel like with this Four of Cups energy, it's kind of like a reevaluation, right? It's like sometimes it could be significant of someone who's like not taking an offer, but I think there's something that they're reassessing at this time, right? Because like with this Five of Cups, it looks like they're asking for some sort of clarity. They're kind of asking like, what is the next step for me? And then they get all of this from Spirit. Like Spirit tells this person what it is that they need to do, and the justice is that this person sets out again. So maybe this person is just setting out to meet someone new, but I feel like it could be the fact that the two of you might set out again to reconnect, right? And I feel like this person, it's like they know what they had in this past relationship, and I feel like Spirit again is communicating to them something. I don't know what they're communicating. It could be the forgiveness, but yeah, they're communicating something because there's so many birds in this picture. There's like 4 birds in this picture, so it's like Spirit is really communicating with this person on what to do next. And I feel like there has been forgiveness, so now it's like, what next? And I feel like this person is setting out. Where they're going could be back to the past. It could be back to this feminine. It could be to a new partner, but this person is setting out. And the spirit is guiding this person at this time. So it's just interesting. Like there's been a transformation in both these people. And now I feel like it's the masculine that's going to set out. So maybe they are setting back out to the feminine. I mean, they're definitely setting out somewhere. They're definitely getting guided on where to go next. So it's interesting. They could be going to the feminine with the moon and the moon. But let's see if there's any advice. So I feel like this clear out the clutter. I felt like it was masculine, right, with this 10. And then I was like, okay, so what's the feminine's advice? And the feminine got outer spirit, you are never alone, and surrender now. So I like that the otters came out in the beginning because this could be significant of a twin flame relationship, right? This could be a divine counterpart. That's what the otters mean to me. And I feel like, again, there is a very deep soul connection between the two of you guys. And I think that it's interesting how, it's interesting how the feminine is getting surrender now and the masculine is getting clear at the clutter. So I feel like the masculine, that's what they've been working on to clear out this old cycle, right? And again, it has been a lot of work for them, but they're getting guided on where it is to go next. So I'm getting with this forgiveness that it could be the feminine that still has to like let go of something, because surrendering now, I feel, is telling someone to let go, and to let go is to trust, and to trust is not to be like excessive in thought, neither excessive in blame, neither, like you can't, it's just to let go is to be free. So maybe the feminine here is having a hard time with the ending of the cycle, but there is an end. There is an end. Do I see someone else setting out here? I do, but towards what, I don't know, and at what time, I don't know. And I feel like that's important for the feminine to know. It's like the timing is not something that you can control. There's nothing basically you can control in this scenario. I feel like you should be happy knowing that this person has elevated in consciousness, and so have you. You're both coming up the stage in the crone. So now it's just time to surrender and let the divine like play everything out. And I feel like the masculine is busy getting rid of the clutter right now in his life. So I feel like the clutter is whatever they were attached to in a past cycle that they need to let go of, right? So it might not necessarily be you. It might be, someone else that they're with. It might be the environment that they're in. They have to let go of all the shit because they've elevated. And I feel like you've already like let go of a lot of things, but now it's just time to trust that whatever happens next, it's meant for you, right? And not to be in this stage of like expecting this person to return or expecting someone else, just to be free and like let the energy flow, right? Like, yeah, you've done this work in the past and the cycle's over for both of you guys in the sense that you've both elevated, but now it's like it's unknown, right? What's going to happen next? That's why even here, it's like it's unknown where this person leaves and goes off to. But you can be sure that they have elevated, that they're clearing out the clutter right now in their life, that they're getting rid of all the shit that doesn't it doesn't matter and it didn't work, and that there was a really big soul connection here. But now for feminines, it's time to just let go and like trust in whatever comes next. And for the masculines, it's like to finish cleaning out whatever it is that they need to. So that's what I'm getting, Virgo. I hope this reading resonates. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.